Hi all, welcome to the Polco Minute, where you hear the latest best practices and news in local government and civic engagement. I'm Angelica Waddell with this week's headlines. Our first article today shares some valuable guidance for developing new police and public safety budgets. The Government Finance Officers Association, or GFOA, represents public officials throughout the U.S. and Canada. According to their recent report, some fresh perspective is needed in order to effectively deal with changing community demands and local revenue shortfalls. To address this, GFOA has developed a list of rules to help local governments explore new budgeting concepts. At the top of their list is the poignant reminder that historical precedents should not determine future spending. In other words, just because something's been done before doesn't mean it has to continue. Another important idea when it comes to developing a new public safety budget involves thinking outside the box. Break down the silos that separate one department from another. This will offer a fresh perspective and can lead to multidisciplinary solutions. And a final bit of guidance from GFOA is to avoid budget discussions that only offer either-or solutions. Budgeting should not be a competition between opposing forces where the results are always win or lose. Working towards replacing either-or scenarios with ones that include the words both is the way to go. That's some great advice from government finance officers all across the continent. Our next article today comes from Bloomberg.com and shares with us the innovative ways that the city of Phoenix found to spend their federal aid. Writer Chris Malloy says that Phoenix did more than just feed the hungry with their federal funds. They provided 50,000 meals and also saved farms and restaurants in the process. The pandemic struck the Phoenix area farmers right as spring crops were getting ripe. The restaurants and markets closed down or scaled back. And as that was happening, there's more growing than anyone was able to buy. And as with many cities around the globe, Phoenix was facing rising numbers of unemployed residents. All of these hardships combined inspired their Feed Phoenix program. The Phoenix City Council allocated almost $1 million to get a very ambitious goal met. Help the jobless residents who need food, as well as the farmers who need buyers, and the chefs and cook who need work. The Feed Phoenix program provides tens of thousands of meals between July and December. Wow, that's a lot. And it was so successful that the program has been extended into spring of this year. Feed Phoenix is run by a local nonprofit, Local First, Arizona. They have managed to connect residents throughout the area and repair their broken food chain. Local First buys produce from farms in the Phoenix area. Then they pay restaurants and caterers to turn that produce into meals. Then the meals are delivered to distribution points such as food banks and refugee housing. They're available to the hungry at no cost. This program has helped keep 16 local farms afloat, as well as almost all of the 45 participating restaurants and caterers. That's amazing. This is a truly inspiring story when we think about other ways they could have used their federal relief from the CARES Act last year. For example, Phoenix could have chosen to simply award funding to food banks, to one giant company, or, to provide those designated numbers of meals. And they could have done that, and that could have been okay. But instead, they chose to tap into their local community networks and do a whole lot more with each dollar. They helped residents get back to work. They helped farmers and others in the food industry stay in the business. And they fed tens of thousands of hungry residents. And they also helped form new distribution channels and business partnerships in the area, creating a much stronger community food network. Good job, Phoenix. That's amazing. Our final article today highlights some of the many reasons that Polco respects your privacy. Lori Urban is the Director of Client Success at Polco. She says that the company wants respondents to know that their opinions and information are secure with the Polco platform. We never share personally identifiable information or individual survey responses. Never. Instead, all survey and poll data are offered in group form only. This respect for privacy is essential for the protection of residents. In order for Polco to truly be valuable to communities, we need honest feedback. Sometimes honest resident feedback is only given if there's no fear of being identified. Polco's privacy policy removes that fear and allows residents to speak truly and freely. This respect for resident privacy also helps to offer a safe space for civic participation. According to Urban, resident engagement increases when you offer a safe space free from personal attacks, vulgar language, and unnecessary arguments. Polco has also learned from years of experience that residents who feel supported and respected are more likely to share great ideas for community improvement. All of this highlights just how essential privacy is for successful community engagement. Thanks for watching the Polco Minute with me. My name is Angelica Waddell, Director of Communications at Polco National Research Center. Polco makes it easy for local governments to get accurate and reliable feedback from their communities. How are you keeping up with today's engagement issues and trends? Join a panel discussion with other local government leaders and us nationwide. You can connect with me on LinkedIn or send us a note at polco.us/contact to let us know if you're in.